ball, and the Hogs can be heard all the way to San Francisco.
You're listening to Pod at the Palace with Curtis Wilkerson on Inside Arkansas.
And welcome into the Pod at the Palace Selection Show Sunday Extravaganza. It's been so long, folks, since we had a chance to talk with you, but I am John Neighbors alongside Curtis Wilkerson and Andrew Ellis, and appreciate each and every one of you for making us a part of your Sunday afternoon this afternoon, because we got a lot of things that I am sure we're going to talk about and discuss. Still buzzing after the SEC Tournament Championship, as your Arkansas Razorbacks are the ones of 2026. But fellas, we knew this day was coming. We knew this time was coming. Selection Sunday was happening, but little did we know we'd be able to do this while also being the SEC Tournament champions. So vibes are high. It's the best time of year. Stressful for all of us, but how we feeling right now getting ready for Selection Sunday?
It's all been hitting me in waves here. Just coming down from the high of the SEC title just a few minutes ago, and then the excitement that comes with the selection show and March Madness. Thinking about where are we headed? We got to make travel arrangements. Who are they going to play? What seed are they going to get? And I felt myself getting worked up a little bit. And then as soon as you hit go on the stream, I see Arkansas celebrating that SEC tournament title again, and I said, you know what? This is easy. This is nothing compared to what we were dealing with last year, man. We know exactly where whether it's a 4 or a 5, we know exactly where that falls on the bracket, and we can brace ourselves, but we know that Arkansas is going to be in there. And I just remember us tripping balls this time a year ago when it got down to like the final 2 games, and we were like, wait a second. This isn't really going to happen, is it? This is going to be drama-free, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big deal, this is, because, one, you get to find out who you play next, which is always a fun thing. You get to kind of assess what your path looks like, book your tickets, whatever. But obviously for those that listen to us with any degree of regularity, they know how often we talk about these trips, these moments where we talk about Providence, we talk about San Francisco. Curtis's intro, Pod at the Palace, the Hogs can be heard from San Francisco. It's a very big fundamental part of our experience as Hog fans, but also just like what we do, some of our best moments. And so we have no idea what coast we're going to be going to, what area of the world, and you guys get to watch us in real time find out where we are traveling to in a matter of hours, which is just an exhilarating feeling that can only be matched on days like today. And so you get it once a year, man. This is way cooler than Super Bowl Sunday, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I know people aren't going to feel sorry for us, and it's not that, but it is literally the only sporting event in really any sport where it's like you have no idea. Like, guys, in 3 days, we could be, as you mentioned, Andrew, we could be in Portland, Oregon, or we could be in Tampa, Florida. We have no clue. And so that's what no other sporting event is like that. You always know where the site's going to be. You're going to know where it's at. But that's what makes the tournament true madness, because everything about it is madness and chaos and everything. And so we went live just a few minutes. We'll see once it all plays out. It looks like because of the conference championships and everything, it's going to be on time at least. And we're going to pull it up and have it here on your screen, hopefully seeing how well it updates and everything too. But guys, I know it kind of happened after the Pod at the Palace post game ended there, presented by SARACEN, but just to kind of get into it, Arkansas, according to Joey Brackets, is now a 4 seed. So is that it? Does that mean it? 4 seed now officially for Arkansas? Can we go ahead and book it?
Hey, if the 125th ranked bracketologist tells me that's the case, then I'm going to believe what he has to say, man. I'm really going to be interested to see what this looks like. I'm fascinated for the entire bracket as a college basketball junkie. Like, what the heck are they going to do with Auburn? Or what are they going to do with Oklahoma? But for Arkansas, for me, it's 3 things. What are you seeded? Are they going to do the right thing and move Arkansas to a 4 seed? Because I think that they deserve it, right? So that's 1. 2, where the heck are they sending us? Are we going to get a draw to where a bunch of Razorback fans can go? Are we going to be doing the coast-to-coast thing again? And then 3, when do they play? Because it's either going to be Thursday, Saturday, or it's going to be Friday, Sunday. I would love for them to get that extra day of rest after going 3 straight here. So we're about to find out what it looks like, man.
Yeah, it's got to be Friday, right? Like, I know that I'm sure there's been an example of a team that won the SEC or won a conference tournament on a Sunday and played on a Thursday, besides play-in teams, obviously. But I feel like that would just be messed up. Like, I get you don't want to reward us with seeding. You don't want to move us up a line or whatever. We'll take your 5 seed. We'll go to Portland or wherever the hell you want us to go. But, like, let us get a little bit of rest here. Give us some time to travel, get our bearings about us. But you know what, Curtis, I was thinking about it. It's when you're watching a UFC event or a boxing event and the judges are involved and you're kind of thinking, oh, that's the way the judges are doing it tonight. That's kind of okay. So it makes you like rethink we're going to do that same thing with this NCAA tournament where the first few will be revealed and you're like, oh, that team is a 6 seed. So if they're a 6, that means this team must be, and like you start doing that little math. That's what's going to be fun about these next, 40 minutes or so.
Can we agree on something real quick? If let's say Arkansas gets announced in the first bracket, the first region, we'll react to that and everything. And then we're going to do the thing where John immediately goes and starts making arrangements and looking at everything. And then we stay on for the rest of the bracket, talk about it, take some questions, react to everybody else's stuff.
Yeah, it's fine with me because I'll need to make sure I'm not on camera for my stress and anxiety for all of that. So, but yeah, because it's going to be something we got to do quickly, because all the Razorback fans, all you crazies, are going to be booking up all the flights. So we got to make sure we're on top of it over here. But also too, I see a lot of people in the chat and everything saying it. Yeah, stay safe down there, Central Arkansas. I know there's some tornado warnings and some serious weather going on. Some of you are talking about you don't have the selection show on locally because of the weather, but I know people may be mad. Don't be mad about that. The weather and the issues down there are important. So just tune into us. You have it both, on at the same time. We'll let you know what the updates are. So everybody be safe down there because a lot of storms coming through here in the state of Arkansas. So, but yeah, we're just a few minutes away. I was making the joke. Wally Zerbiak looks like a mannequin. I don't know what happened to that guy. That is crazy.
This is the only time of year I ever see Wally Zerbiak.
Yeah.
He looks like and I mean this as respectfully as it can be said. He looks like a corpse at a funeral. Like they really, doll you up, and it's like, oh, I can tell who that is, but they've had to, do some work here. It's crazy. He does not look real, man.
Dude, he looks like if Pinocchio became a real man instead of a real boy. Like, it's just like, what are you doing over here, my man? Like, it's craziness. So, McCurtis, I know you've been also, again, we're just a few minutes out, but what would you say had been the most popular, frequent locations that you've seen from across the bracketologists?
Yeah, I sent you guys some stuff this morning, and a lot of it seemed like it was trending towards San Diego, and then probably Philly, and then third would be Portland. But since the games have been played today, and this is going to be a great litmus test for how much does the selection committee actually value these games on Sunday or later in the weekend, because we know they do a lot of the work well in advance. That way they can be ready for this exact show that we're getting ready to watch. But a lot of these updates, and I was telling you before we got started here, John, in the midnight hour, I've seen Arkansas move up to a 4 seed in a good handful, so maybe that happens. But a lot of them, I'm seeing Arkansas sticking on the 5 line and going to Oklahoma City in a pod with Nebraska ball. If you want a path, that's the one. Okay, so we'll see what happens. I was kind of feeling like Oklahoma City might be off the table because I wasn't seeing any projections at all for Arkansas from that standpoint for the longest. But literally starting this morning and then here within the last hour and a half, I've been seeing quite a few of them.
Yeah, we always hear, and I mean, we were joking about it on the show earlier today that like people think this is the first year this has ever happened. We're like, hey, I'm just going to tell you, the committee doesn't really care about the conference title games or whatever. As much as that is a true thing, like they do a lot of their work ahead of time. These also are human beings that live in the world we're living in. They're hearing all the same things we are. I think that would maybe lend them to think, okay, we got to do something. We don't have to move them up. And so I think that path that you just laid out where it's like, hey, you might be the top 5 seed, but you get a closer match, a closer travel and a little bit better path. I think you got to go one or the other. You either got to give Arkansas an upgrade in the seed or you got to give them some type of path that would be favorable. Like you get the worst 4 seed possible. I'd probably take that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would too. I'm at the point where, I'm hopeful that it all just works out for Arkansas's favor. Because even last year, you played Kansas first. You felt fairly good about it. And then you had St. John's next. It's like, oh, geez, what, who knows? And then, we all know what ended up happening. So we'll sit here, and I know Curtis, you'll break it all down a pot at the Palace and all of that. But, hey, you're in the tournament. It's been a great regular season. It's been a great postseason so far for the Razorbacks. So, no matter what it is, everybody's going to stress out about it. Everybody's going to stress out about who it is. They could be having the most favorable matchup. They're like, nope, don't like this. But as I brought it up with somebody, guys, hey, the SEC tournament was a great example of sometimes about other teams. If you would have told me that, hey, Arkansas is going to win the SEC title, conference tournament title, but they're going to beat Ole Miss and Vanderbilt to do it, I'm like, you're out of your mind if that happens. But hey,
Right.
That's where it took place. So here we go, guys. Here we go. I'm sure that they will not beat around the bush and really get into the action. So let's go ahead and see if our real-time updates here will be able to work out for us as we'll bring this up. And there
It's
we
wild
go.
they have Bruce Pearl on here.
Man, that's terrible.
I'm sure he'll have a lot of insight and very unbiased commentary to provide.
Yes. Yeah. He's the absolute worst. But yeah, it's I guess again,
Lord, here we go.
yeah, I mean, this is it. Real time. Duke,
number one
No,
overall.
no way, dude. That's crazy. Are you kidding me right now? That's insane.
Oh God, here we go.
This is okay.
So that third line there in San Diego is what we'd be looking at if Arkansas is in this bracket.
Okay.
All right.
This is honestly, I'm like, my heart is racing right now.
Mine too, man. I love it.
I know.
Duke gets Siena.
Siena waits for you.
I'd be mad if this bracket doesn't update. Ohio State, okay, going
Ohio
to Greenville.
State.
So basically, it's this the San Diego, California one is, or I guess both these right here at the end is what we're going to be looking at if you're Arkansas.
Yep.
On Friday.
Ohio State TCU. That's an interesting game. Here we go, boys.
It's almost like I don't want it to be
St.
that.
John's.
Dude.
And so this is very, very in play for Arkansas, eh?
Very much.
So St. John's got the 5, then yeah.
So Arkansas might get that 4, yeah.
They might.
Surely not. Not again.
Nice little watch party for St. John's, by the way. Yeah, what's Arkansas's vibes going to be like in their thing?
Oh, very high.
You know,
right,
are they still in Nashville?
All right, here we go. Here we go.
St. John's in northern Iowa.
Come on.
They're waiting on the celebration.
I was kind of wondering. I'm like,
Kansas
and St. John's. So we're not going to see either one of the teams
that
we saw the first weekend last year. Okay.
All right.
Neither of our sons will be facing Papa face to face this year.
And San Diego is, I think, off the table.
Okay. So we'll catch you next year, buddy.
And now I think we just get to hang out.
Yeah, but say now we got time to kill, huh?
Yeah, we'll just chill here, and then
we agreed that we're glad that I mean, I would have loved to go to San Diego, but like that, being the first team announced, we would have just been sitting here for 45 minutes.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, Louisville and South Florida. They gave South Florida an 11. Interesting. So we won't see them. People were worried about that.
Michigan State. This is 3 seed.
Okay. Well,
North Dakota
I got
State.
bad news for Louisville.
What's up?
They're going to lose in the second round.
Oh, I thought you were about to say South Florida was popping them.
They might.
I mean, dude, Louisville.
Honestly, they might
not finish their. I mean, they've been bad for like 3 months. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Enjoy Buffalo. UCLA got a 7. They were on the bubble like 3 weeks ago. They got hot, man.
Hey, good for Mick Cronin.
Yeah.
Yeah, were they in the title game or no? Maybe not title game. They were in the semis of the big.
They made a good run. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need Mick Cronin to get pissed more in these games. You know, him getting yelling.
Are you talking back to me? Yeah, you are.
Why are you getting loud? It's like, why are you yelling at me?
Dude, everyone just standing here. They saw you, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If Northern Iowa is off the board and South Florida is off the board, then we're looking at McNeese, Akron, High Point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably teams right in that range for Arkansas's first opponent.
Hey, did y'all see the student radio call for High Point?
Yeah.
Their student radio guy absolutely crushed it. This like 20-year-old guy that was calling the radio for the basketball game when they when they won the conference tournament. It was electric.
UConn and Furman.
So that means Florida got that number 1 for sure.
Wow.
UConn's a 2.
How about that?
I was looking at a CBS bracket the other day that had like Arkansas and Florida like matching up in the Sweet 16.
I really don't think they would do that. I've seen some of that too.
I can't remember where that was at, but I was like, I don't know.
So then we'd be looking at Virginia's still on the table, Nebraska. Who else? It's Gonzaga. If they move down, I think they're going to be a 3, though.
By the way, what's the East region? What does that feed into? DC?
DC.
Mhm.
So Arkansas is like officially not going to DC?
Right. So it's
Right.
Houston, San Jose, or Chicago at this point if they make the second weekend.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Duke ain't winning this region. Just telling you.
Who you think gets them?
I don't know. I just
It's a tough one, man.
I think it's gonna be UConn or Michigan State. I hate Michigan State. It's gonna be UConn.
I mean, we are in the month of Izzo.
Yeah, yes, of course, as we all know.
Dude,
Tom
South
Izzo.
Florida is going to be such a trendy upset pick.
Yeah, your buddy at work, South Florida will be like a 1-point underdog, and people at work will be like, bro, I got a pick for you.
Yeah.
South Florida, watch out. Louisville, watch out. It's like, yeah. You mean the team that is 7-10 in their last 17 games might be on upset
Right.
alert?
Steven's right. There weren't any SEC teams in that bracket, right?
Nah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we're going to have some SEC matchups then, hey?
Look at those loser Vanderbilts up there in the top right corner.
Where'd John go?
See, it did it. I'll be right back.
All right. His camera is doing this weird thing yesterday, like right before we started the post game. It just dipped. He was out, man. And then there were two. So they're going to go to a commercial
Sound was
between
perfect.
every region.
Wait,
I
what'd you
think
say?
I think they're going to go to a commercial between every region.
Okay, that's fair enough. We got some time to relax a little bit.
Because I think San Diego's off the board because don't they do different seed lines? Like they wouldn't have 2 pods with 5s. I don't know.
Curtis, I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I forget. Like, I kind of get well-versed on the stuff once I'm in it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, these things are here. These things. Like, you could ask me next week. I'll have everything. I'll have the bracket memorized.
Yeah.
Going into it next year, I will have forgotten all that information. It's just impossible for me to remember it all.
Mm-hmm. I know I see a lot of folks who are still asking about, like, where's the coverage? What's going on?
Yeah.
It's on CBS, but like for those who are in the range of storms and everything, I think they've just probably broken into the broadcast. We have it here in Fayetteville, so we'll keep you posted.
I'm also watching on the March Madness Live app.
Okay.
For those that want to do that.
I'm very surprised that there was not an SEC team in that bracket because they're going to get at least 10, right?
Yeah, I mean, who's
going to be littered, man? Unless they were just like, screw this, Auburn, Oklahoma, Texas, all of you are out. But
what if they just went up just straight and just said, F it, we're doing an SEC game in Dayton. Just an SEC conference game between Auburn and Oklahoma and Dayton.
I hope they do that.
That would actually be hilarious. Let's see.
I wonder where Miami of Ohio is going to get. Are they actually going to send them to Dayton, or if they're going to put them in the bracket?
I'm back.
I think you got to send them to Dayton. I just think this is a perfect opportunity to do them versus a high major team that played a tough schedule and just settle the age-old debate right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like these now we're getting the severe weather stuff, or at least here locally. So yeah, I mean, listen, everybody's under it. It's important stuff. So it's not going to sit here back, screw the weather. No, I don't need to have any of that. It's just unfortunate timing. But like I said, we'll keep you updated. We'll be walking you through it each and every time. So
so if St. John's was a 5, though, does that tell us that they're not really taking into account the games that happened this weekend? Or is that just where they belong? Because a lot of people, because that's kind of where they were, and then they got that 20-point win over UConn yesterday. And that's why everybody moved them up. So I don't know.
Or it's like them. It literally might just be them in Arkansas who came down. Because, I mean, someone's the bottom 4, someone's the top 5. They could very well be that top 5 who's right there, and it could be Arkansas or, Bama or whoever that's right there.
All right, this is the Arizona region.
Okay.
West, so that'll be San Jose. And then Portland is the where the 4s and 5s go in this one. So buckle up, boys.
Curtis, let me ask you. Is Arizona closer to being the 1 seed you'd least like to see or the 1 seed you'd most like to see?
Least. They're nasty. And they've got really, really good perimeter defenders. That's kind of something on my mind there.
I simply will not accept Portland.
Well, here we go.
I will not accept Portland, guys. We cannot be here. Portland of San Jose.
Buckle up.
Does not have my interest.
And it's Thursday. Thursday in Portland.
Yeah,
is
come on,
nasty
bro.
work.
Thursday in
dude.
Portland cannot have it, bro. And watch it be a 5 too. Thursday in Portland and you're a 5.
Here we go.
I feel like Utah State has never missed the NCAA tournament. They are in every single year.
Wisconsin.
Okay.
Okay, so they got up to a 5. This could be a 4-5 with the Hogs, man.
I'd love
Oh,
Wisconsin.
so they got High Point. High Point's off the table.
I'd love to see Wisconsin, but I wouldn't want to see him in Portland, and I wouldn't want to see him in Portland. John is sweating bullets right now, man.
I hate it, man.
High Point's fired up. Oh. I didn't like that. High Point had that one guy thrusting a little bit
That
too
one
much.
guy.
Didn't like that.
Damn it. Well, Arkansas is a 4 seed like everybody wanted. The Razorbacks will be traveling to Portland, where they will play Hawaii of all teams in the round of 64, the 4-13 matchup. The Razorbacks will face the winner of Wisconsin and High Point with a Sweet 16 berth on the line.
John did not like that, man. And I don't like it either, if I'm being honest with you. Now, I got to say, now we're looking at this from the traveling perspective, which is tough because now we leave on Tuesday and we're going to the most expensive flight that we could have possibly taken. From a basketball standpoint, though, Curtis, which is what the folks really care about here, this isn't the worst draw.
I feel great about the Hawaii game. Wisconsin scares me because they've got a couple really, really dynamic guards, but they've got rebounding issues. They've got some really good road wins, Wisconsin does this year, but they've also lost like 10 games. They kind of fit the profile of a typical 5 seed there. I don't know if they're going to be live for an upset or not with High Point. I'll have to break that down a little bit more, but one of the reasons I was kind of hoping that Arkansas will get up to a 4 is because you get a more favorable matchup, if you're facing a 13 seed. And so for the Razorbacks, it's like, to me, there's a difference in having to see McNeese or High Point or Akron versus Hawaii. So I like this, man. I from the first round standpoint, I think it's going to be good. I'm not crazy about having to play Thursday, whatever. Like, you still get 3 full days of rest or whatever. It's going to be a dogfight, assuming Arkansas gets through there and meets Wisconsin in the round of 32. That's a hard game.
Yeah, absolutely. In Wisconsin, I'm sure a lot of Hawk fans are going to look at Wisconsin and say, "Oh, dude, these guys, nah, man, a bunch of white dudes, we can beat them." But Wisconsin's battle tested, man. They've had a lot of games against high level competition. I mean, the Big Ten is a pretty loaded conference there. I'm off the top of my head, I don't know if they actually won any of those. I feel like they beat Purdue.
Yeah, they did. I think they won at Illinois, maybe won at Purdue, they won at Michigan. So they've played some, like, they've had some big time, like, tests, and they've risen to the occasion a few times. Right. So
Missouri gets St. Louis.
Missouri
gets St. Louis.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
it is crazy. Missouri. Who are they playing? I literally have stopped paying attention. I already exited out of my app.
Miami. So
Jeez.
Texas got in. They're back in Dayton, and they play NC State. And I don't know that anybody really had Will Wade and the boys in Dayton. So that's interesting. Imagine all this, like what the entire point of getting a protected seed, a top 4 seed, is you got the best chance of getting good geography. And we're going to Portland, and Mizzou gets a home. Mizzou is the worst seeded team, and they get a home game against Miami. That is crazy, bro. Like, okay, so Gonzaga's a 3. They go to Portland. That's in their state. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. That's crazy. Shout out to Queens for making it as the 15.
Yeah. Well, I just asked you how you felt about playing Arizona. I did not get an overwhelming amount of confidence out of you, which I got to be honest with you. I kind of feel the same. I'm like, I don't know if they're the best team in the country, maybe not. But they just seem pretty well rounded. They also are big. I don't know.
They're huge. Yeah, their front court's going to pose some problems. And Jaden Bradley, really really good player. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the country. So I'm sure he'll draw the ACUF assignment. They got some really good freshmen, Coapede, and it's they're the real deal, man. What have they lost, like 2 games this year? 2, maybe 3.
Coapede is going to have to, or Trevin Brazil, sorry, is going to have to put on his big boy shoes. I don't know how much, what that's going to look like, but I feel like Koa is like the best version of all the guys that have cooked Arkansas's front court a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he's big enough to out physical you a little bit, but he's also just skilled, athletic, it's just going to be tough.
Everybody's throwing a damn pit. I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize. Portland's in Oregon. Gonzaga's in Washington. Everybody take a deep breath. It'll be okay. Good Lord.
John, how are we hanging up over there?
I just want to punch myself repeatedly in the groin. It's like it's just, no one cares, but it's just like the prices have jumped up because everybody's doing it. So yeah, I'm just living in a fantasy world over here. Like it's my favorite time. It's so great. It's like dealing with travel.
Well, to be fair, we try to protect you from this exact scenario.
I know.
Yeah,
I mean, so I'd love to say that we could have done better, but I feel like we told you this was we thought you should be locked in for this.
So Arizona's losses this year to Kansas and Texas Tech. They beat everybody else. They beat Florida. They beat UConn. They beat Auburn. They beat Alabama. They beat BYU. They beat Houston. They beat Kansas. They beat Houston again. They beat Iowa State. I mean, good grief.
All that I heard was that they lost to a Texas Tech team that the Hogs emasculated. Therefore, Hogs by 90.
I'm trying to find Hawaii.
Yeah, I know nothing about Hawaii.
I'm scrolling.
Not that I would have been well versed on necessarily any like mid-major team that would have popped up there, but like Hawaii I genuinely have not watched play a second of basketball.
They're number 108 at KenPom. They lost to Oregon by 1 in the opener of their season. They lost to Arizona State in a fairly close game. Those are the only high major schools that they played. I'm trying to see if they even have any top 100 wins at Kemp. No. They beat Cal State Fullerton and UC Irvine to get in.
You know
they beat Gus Argenal and UC Riverside by 20.
Oh wow, that's tough. You want to know who knocked off the Wisconsin Badgers on January 25th?
Who's that?
Eric Musselman and the USC Trojans.
Really?
371.
Okay.
At Wisconsin, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, Wisconsin 24-10 on the season. Yeah, I mean they do have quite a few losses.
What's weird about Wisconsin is like you think of Wisconsin and for a while in college basketball and football, really, they were like the most consistent. Like they would beat all the bad teams and then, could they maybe beat the good teams? Not quite, but like they would always kind of just take care of business. There's a large degree of variance on this schedule. I mean, they're 24-10, like they've got some weird losses. They've also had some like matchups where it's like they played Ohio State twice. They like beat them by 20 and then lost to them by 20.
Mm-hmm.
So they do just kind of maybe just seem like a team that you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, looking at it, let's see. They're number 11 in offense. They don't turn it over, so they're kind of like Arkansas from that regard. They shoot it pretty well from 3, 36%. They shoot a lot of threes, so that'll be something to keep an eye on there. Defensively, they're very similar to Arkansas. It's like Arkansas is top 10 in offense, and they're around 50 on defense, and Wisconsin's 11 on offense and 51 on defense. They don't turn teams over at all. They're actually almost dead last in the country in turnover rate. So this will be an interesting one. Nick Boyd is the guy who really makes it go for him. He's the former Nelly Davis teammate. He was on those FAU teams that were really good. John Blackwell, another really, really good guard for them. They start 2 6'10" dudes. I see here, and that's a good thing for Arkansas. With Trevin and Nick, and then you might even if you need to play the 2 bigs together, this might be a team in which you could do that against. So,
do you have your high point scouting report handy? Because that's the next question that we're going to have to start asking ourselves. Obviously, we got to take care of business, got to do our thing, but that's as we look at the rest of the bracket. Because we always look at it as like, what's the hardest possible path we could have here? We'll have to beat Wisconsin, but like, is there anyone over there that could maybe threaten Arizona? I'm going to guess not. I don't think Utah State's beating Arizona.
Yeah, and Villanova ain't doing it either.
But I'll have to look into High Point. I haven't looked too much into them, but like, could they do us a solid and maybe just kind of, knock off Wisconsin?
Yeah, they were one of the teams that I previewed on the pod just because at the time they profiled as somebody that Arkansas might see, which obviously was almost the case there. They're interesting because they're 30-4. Like when you win 30 games in a season, you're really good, but they didn't really challenge themselves much in non-conference, probably because teams wouldn't play them or whatever. They made the tournament last year, and they lost to Purdue, but they had a really good season. And then the coach left, and so they got a new guy over there now. But their 4 losses were to UAB, Southern Illinois, Appalachian State, and then they lost by 17 at Winthrop, who we are familiar with. They played Winthrop in their conference championship game and beat them by 15. I watched most of that one. They are, I would say, very similar in skill and type of team to what we saw when we faced Winthrop. So
yeah, the thing I don't like is, High Point seems to be playing their best basketball right now, but also Wisconsin seems to have leveled up a little bit. Like if you look at Wisconsin early in the year, and they were getting, they had some weird results early in the year that you look at and you're just like, oh wow, you lost to 30 by BYU. Oh, TCU beat you at home. Like, what the hell happened here? You lose to 30 to Nebraska. All these weird results. The last 6 weeks, they've kind of been, shaping into, like whipping into shape a little bit. Do still have a couple of weird losses on the road at Ohio State and Oregon, but played really well in their conference tournament as well. Knocked off Illinois, and then only lost to Michigan by 3, which is, pretty impressive these days.
Yeah, I mean, when you go on the road and do what they did, like they beat Michigan on the road, beat Illinois on the road, beat Purdue on the road, and then getting Illinois on a neutral. Those are some pretty impressive wins there. But like to the point you made, they also lost to some teams that are nowhere near Arkansas's caliber. So
for sure,
it sounds like they've been a little bit up and down. And
you could look at this from 2 different standpoints. You could look at it and say this is a Wisconsin team who's a 5 seed, but really the last couple of weeks they've been playing really well. Or you could say this is a team that is lucky to get to a 5 seed because really, you look at that resume mid-season, a 5 seed wasn't even on the agenda at all. You know what I mean? Like, there was a time where this team looked like maybe they were closer to a bubble team, but it does seem like they're better than that. And so I'm excited, man. Listen.
Hey, sorry, real quick. Sorry to interrupt. Can you guys just send me your birthdays?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 11/08/1997. You need my social real quick?
No, I think we're.
I'm not sharing that information with you, Steve.
Let's say, yeah, and Pierce, yeah, and I remember that part.
Yeah, Steven, man, get it right. You get
with PH. With a PH.
How about so they did send Miami of Ohio to Dayton to play SMU, so that means Oklahoma and Auburn are out of there, right?
I would imagine so. Yeah, because there's only one 11 seed game there, right?
Yeah.
Or is there 2? Man. Yeah, I've completely lost track of the bracket. I need to lock back in.
Here, I'll zoom out for you.
So then Kentucky gets a 7 seed, and they're in St. Louis. That's a very drivable. What the heck, man?
Listen, hey, but I got to be honest. This is just right on par with what we've been dealing with all year, but all week as well, where it's kind of like this deck that you feel like is stacked against you, which in real life, it's not really that way. But this is when we're at our best as a program and as a fan base, is when we feel like everyone's against us. And that's always the case when John Calipari is your coach. So
how far is it for Alabama to go to Tampa? Not far at all.
No. Great city, too.
Therefore, man, that's crazy.
Who's Bama got?
Hofstra. And then Texas Tech or Akron.
Bebe will get them.
Georgia and St. Louis in an 8-9 game to face Michigan in Buffalo is that's
Virginia. Virginia is a 3 seed for real?
Yeah, Virginia got a 3. They'll face Tennessee or the Miami SMU winner, Miami of Ohio. Kentucky gets Santa Clara, so they get the cakewalk to the round of 32, and then they'll get Iowa State. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, Steve Nash ain't walking through that door. Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams, not Arkansas Jalen Williams, he's not walking through that door either.
Yeah, and so we haven't seen Vanderbilt yet, right? I don't think we've seen Vanderbilt yet.
Maybe they're the 5. Or no, how many 4s have there been now? 3?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, we do have, I see Steven here saying that he said, I hate it for y'all, but Portland means I actually get to watch the Hogs for the first time in 5 years. I'm stoked.
It's good.
And I imagine, we got Walla Walla Hog. We've got Mrs. Dan's van. We got some P&W Hogs.
We'll see some folks up there. Yeah.
So, listen,
it'll be good.
It's
expensive. It's a long trip. There's not going to be as many Razorback fans, not even close as you would hope to be able to go, but we'll have fun with it.
Yeah,
and so then that means Portland to San Jose?
Portland to San Jose, yeah.
Yes.
Sheesh.
We are going to be living on the Western time zone.
Goodness, yeah.
We're going to be doing a lot of 10 a.m. on Inside Arkansas Lives.
Well, guys, I have news. I have officially booked our flights to the great city of Portland.
Let's go.
Yeah.
However, the kicker is we are going to drive to Kansas City.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh, that's the way? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it is literally saving, and I kid you not when I say this, $1,700 to do this.
Oh, dude.
Oh, baby.
Easy. Yeah. I thought you were going to say Dallas. I was prepared to drive to Dallas.
No. Ironically enough, it was just as expensive to fly direct from Dallas to Portland than it was as from XNA in Northwest Arkansas. So,
dang.
I presume we leave Tuesday?
We do. We leave Tuesday. Our flight leaves at 2:40 p.m. on Tuesday. And then and it's not much of a layover. We fly into Denver. We get there and arrive 6:15 local time. And then on our way back, we do have a little bit of a 3-hour layover. But we will leave on Sunday at 1:49 p.m. and then arrive at Kansas City at 11:15 p.m., which I know sucks, but it's like, it's just the way that it's all set up because flying is fun. So either way, there we go. We are going to Portland.
I've already booked us. I've already booked our admission to the Japanese Garden. Also, we're doing that on Wednesday night, so that'll be after the practice and all that. We're heading to that, so that'll be sick.
Can't wait.
John, I want you to listen to me right now, and I'm being dead serious right now. We're gonna have a great time, and this is gonna be one of the best trips we've ever had in our lives. I need you to understand that, okay?
Yeah. No, it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And again, we really appreciate SARACEN and others that are going to be making it possible for us to go. It's just, I think it's just the percentages that really are frustrating. It's like you got 8 spots, man. And then seeing Missouri play in frickin' St. Louis, man.
That's crazy, man.
That is absurd.
As a 10 seed, that's kind of wild.
And so it make it, again, I love winning the SEC tournament title, but it's just, and we'll never know, but it makes me wonder, if they wouldn't have won the tournament title, would they have gotten anything better? I don't know.
I really think if they hadn't won the SEC tournament, they 1,000% would have been a 5 seed. Do we agree on that?
Yeah.
1,000% would have been a 5 seed.
They probably just would have flipped Wisconsin.
So maybe you could say they would have just been the other 5 seed. They would have been the 5 seed in Portland and had a completely different matchup. I feel like they would have been in a completely different location.
Yeah. But we'll never know. I guess the silver lining is at least we get to stay in the same time zone but that also complicates things because then suddenly like, all right, well, if they go to the second weekend, do we just fly straight down to San Jose or do we come back and then fly back? I don't know. This is the fun parts of travel, I guess. So anyways, but we're going to be there. We're going to be there.
Hawaii has a 7-footer, boys.
No, I ain't worried about him. He's a bum.
Man, I think
we don't know times yet, right? We don't get those until
it'll come out tonight, a little bit later.
And even Cal said in the press conference afterwards, he's like, hopefully they give us a Friday game, for us winning this. And it's like,
it would at least have to be. They're not going to play Thursday at noon, right?
Well, Florida gets off until Friday, so you have to. They might play early. They might. Well, I don't know because of the time zone stuff, what it would look like. But.
Yeah. Well, and I'm just thinking, the West region usually does play later games for the most part. And I'm like, if you're not going to give us the extra day, at least give us some hours, to where it's like a 7:40 tip or whatever.
Yeah.
Clemson and Iowa was the most 8-9 game ever played. So here's the 5 and 4s in Oklahoma City. They sent in Vanderbilt to Oklahoma City.
Oh, wow.
Vanderbilt's the 5 seed, and they get OKC.
See, wouldn't you have just rathered that as a Razorback fan?
Yep.
Now, what's their path looking like?
Let's see. First round, they get McNeese. I hope they get popped.
I would have loved McNeese though. That was the team I was like,
Dude,
I had my eye on.
Crazy, man. The 4 seed over there is Nebraska ball. So that was ours. But we won today. That was ours, but we won today.
John has no idea. He was celebrating that SEC tournament win today, thinking that he had it all figured out. Oh, that's
the worst thing that ever happened to Arkansas.
This is what we get as a fan base for making fun of 801 bracketology.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
This is
We were right.
Have it.
So, man, some people were like, "Oh, well, Vanderbilt's actually going to be on the 3 line." That's dang.
I guess the committee just looked at it and said, "Yeah, your non-conference schedule is Swiss cheese, and that doesn't count."
I'm going to be very interested to hear about all this. That's because Arkansas beat them twice. They're the better team. I'm fine with them being seated higher. I just wish that we got the benefit of the draw because of that, but their resume was was objectively better.
Yeah, I wonder. I think maybe the committee maybe just gave Coach Cal a call and said, "Hey, we're not going to give you a great city location. We're not going to give you a day extra rest. We're just going to give you an auto win in the first round. Is that a fair deal?" And Cal probably was like, "That's fine."
I guess, yeah. North Carolina's a 6, and they're playing in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, I love that. They're playing in Greenville.
Yeah.
I feel like Duke or North Carolina play in Greenville all the time.
That's the only reason they created it, and why they always get the bid is because they like, well, we got to send Duke and North Carolina somewhere, and you can't send them far away. I mean, that would be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they're like, hey, Arkansas, you have a private jet, you have money, so you can go fly wherever. So we'll stick you up in Portland, place that nobody wants to go. Even the Trailblazers don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Texas A&M got that 10 seed. They're in OKC. They're a 10 seed. They just got to go right up to Oklahoma City. This is crazy.
This is nuts.
Hey, Andrew, I'm excited to go to Portland.
I wouldn't. I'm not quite there yet. I have at least done the mental gymnastics of where I'm like, I can accept this for what it is. I always think about myself first. There's only going to be one baseball game that I will be overlapping with.
Okay.
The Friday through Sunday series. And the Saturday baseball game's at 3 in Central Time. And so I'm imagining Arkansas will probably be playing at like 8:50 Central Time or something like that on Saturday. So I probably won't have any baseball-basketball overlap, which is always good for me.
Right.
And we'll get more rest going into the Arizona matchup. This is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
San Jose is a perfectly fine city.
We'll have a full week to talk ourselves into beating Arizona. So,
yeah. I wonder.
This is a good. I saw Jaded. I've already lost it in the chat, but said it's a good draw from a basketball standpoint, but the location sucks. And it's just it. It's just because it's so far. It's not like I don't. Correct. I know there's stuff going on in Portland. Whatever. I don't care. I'll find places to hang out. Like I'm looking forward to a new experience and everything. It just sucks that it's so far and so expensive because it's gonna be really hard to get a bunch of fans in there. That's what sucks the most about it. But yeah, Hawaii. I can't think of a better draw. I hope I don't have to eat those words later. But yeah, and then whoever they were going to play in that round of 32 was going to be tricky no matter what.
Yeah, and so if you wind up, winning both games and looking good doing so as a Hog fan, I think you can live with that, right? Now for us that are doing the travel, I think I can live with it, but we'll see how it works out, man. Ultimately, this only is going to end up being a disaster of a trip if the unthinkable happens and you get popped.
Yeah.
That's exactly when all of a sudden I'd be like, all right, it's BS that we're in freaking Oregon. I'm not gonna listen, you could send me to Beijing. If we're winning, I don't care,
Yeah, 10 teams in the SEC got in. So that means Auburn and Oklahoma were left out. Here we go. So Auburn wasn't even the first team. Oklahoma was the first team out. Auburn was the second team out.
I think that is the correct order, by the way.
They had Miami as the last team in. They took that 1 L and they had him as the last team in. Yeah. Wow, dude. So one bid stealer, like if Dayton would have won today or whatever, then they wouldn't have got in.
I mean, listen, when the decision, I get it. I'm a SEC bias guy. I'm a play real games guy. when the bid comes down to the team that had a 9-game losing streak or the team that had a 31-game winning streak, I don't care what the schedule. I do care what the schedules look like, but I think I can live with that as a college basketball fan, especially because they're not even going to win in Dayton. Like they're going to lose by like 14.
Yeah, I agree.
But they earned the right.
Off about it right now.
Where did so the team that you said it was Akron that beat them?
That beat who?
Miami of Ohio.
No, it was UMass that beat them.
Because they didn't even get
Akron won the tournament there, but UMass beat them. Yeah.
So where did Akron end up? What seed were they?
I think they were a 12. I can't see that on the screen on my computer, but I think they got a 12. Could be wrong. All I heard Bruce Pearl say was they beat St. John's and they beat Arkansas.
I like that.
Sorry, buddy.
Hey, Auburn, they had the best win in the country, I was told. The best win in the country in Gainesville. Yeah. That should get them in.
Just seeing some questions pop in. The Wisconsin game, assuming it happens, will be in Portland. The first 2 rounds for Arkansas will be in Portland. Oh, yeah, Texas Tech Akron is the 5-12 game. Thank you. Let's see. We got a few.
Some soupies.
Little super chats in here. Those Band Geeks said, like and subscribe to help offset John's travel anxiety.
Every super chat from this point forward will be to ease John's tension.
As long as we don't get to the Airbnb and realize it's, dead on arrival in terms of heat and everything like that, and have to rebook something like we did in Providence, we'll be okay. Sharkenthal said, we already knew, but it's official. Conference tournament is meaningless. I think it was too meaningful.
I would say I don't think that's the takeaway here.
I think it was too meaningful. So, okay, one of two things happened here. Either it was so meaningful that you flipped seed lines with Vanderbilt after this win today and wound up they would have been in Portland and said they're in Oklahoma City, or they just didn't take into account anything this weekend at all. Because then, you don't take into account that Florida win and stuff, Arkansas might still be ahead of them in that pecking order. So it's one of the two. I just don't know which. With St. John's being down there as a 5 also, I kind of wonder if maybe they were just like, we're not even paying attention to the weekend at all. I don't know.
I'm leaning towards it being meaningful because Arkansas wasn't projected as a 4 anywhere 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Like literally 0 had them. And even last night, I didn't see many project them as 4s. And so it's like, I don't think Arkansas would have gotten to a 4 unless they factored in some degree of the conference tournament. I also would be interested. I mean, I know Arkansas in 2000 is probably the answer here, but like, when's the last time an SEC tournament champion was seated low?
Yeah.
Obviously, you've had some like Cinderella stories like that 2000 team, the Georgia team or whoever. There's a few of those. But like, I remember when Vanderbilt beat a Cal team, I think it might have even been the Anthony Davis team. They beat the Anthony Davis team in the SEC tournament championship. And like, they didn't even have a great season, but they got a 4 because it's like, well, you're a tournament team that won your tournament. So,
Sheesh, man. Oh, yeah, there's Quinn. He says, not mad. It's just funny they're taking SMU and Texas over us. I think Auburn beat Texas in the head-to-head.
Yeah.
But, I mean, well, Quinn, you know this. Like, Auburn's got better wins. It was just a lost volume for them. Like, 1 game over 500, that's a tough sell, I think.
Texas had a brutal loss the other day, but Texas was not really a team that entered the SEC tournament in trouble. Like we'd considered Texas a lock like 2 weeks ago.
I'm actually surprised to see Texas in the last 4 in. Like I'm surprised that they're going to Dayton, I guess, but and SMU, I just don't know that much about them, to be honest with you.
I don't know their metrics or anything, but the head-to-head stuff does matter. But it only matters if, like, you're splitting hairs between 2 teams who have an equal resume. And right. My understanding of the metrics and all that, I don't believe that Auburn and Texas, from a conference record, from an overall record, from a net, from any of that, I didn't think they were that close.
And I agreed. And I guess they Miami of Ohio was the last team in, but those first two out, like that's who you kind of compare yourself with. They had Oklahoma in there ahead of Auburn, and
Right.
Oklahoma's a team that lost 9 straight games at one point. But I guess overall record does matter because they wound up getting to 19 or 20 wins or whatever it was, and then there you have it. Okay, what is this? Top 4 seeds by so Arkansas was the last 4 seed. They were 16th overall. Kansas was the 3rd, Alabama, and then Nebraska was the top 4 seed. So, okay.
What an honor.
That makes sense. Which I guess theoretically, wouldn't that place you in the Duke region? If you're the worst 4 seed, you go to the number 1 overalls. I know there's other things that play into it, but
yeah. Maybe they were like, let's just make this team travel the furthest distance.
They're definitely doing that. Homer, we appreciate you. Said, would you rather Arizona or Florida? Florida, to be honest with you. I don't like the Arizona matchup a whole bunch. It doesn't mean that they're not beatable, and we'll talk ourselves into it, but they do have a lot of the things that tend to cause Arkansas problems. But good luck guarding the Hogs. Hazelwood says, got to be honest, I've not watched a lot of Hawaii this year because their games come on at midnight, but I'm an honorary island boy, and he said he's going to check back.
Yeah, you check back for us. Appreciate you, your insight. Yeah, go talk to your guys. Go, talk to your brethren over there on the island and let us know.
We know they're going to have some big Samoan that just, screens Trevin Brazil off of the court. So, Homer says, what are the odds Knox comes back? 0% for this week.
Yeah.
And next. Cal said maybe by the Final Four, but I don't necessarily anticipate that either. Dre says, Hogs by 90. Appreciate you for the super chat, man. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's a big boy.
Thank you. There we go. Might be Mike says, you guys are blessed to go wherever it is. Woo Pig Suey.
This is a fact.
We are for sure.
This is definitely a fact.
Paying for it, but we are also very blessed to be able to do this. It's awesome.
Sure. And I mean, listen, the first year that we all worked together, we didn't have an opportunity to go anywhere. One, because we couldn't afford it, but also because Arkansas didn't go anywhere. So there was nowhere to go.
What else do we have here? Filthy Tom said, hopefully the super chat went through to offset travel expenses not showing up here. No big deal unless you're not getting the money. I don't know if he's trolling us or not.
I know. I can't tell because I mean, if you did send a super chat, it did not go through. Now maybe YouTube took your money and didn't put it in. I don't know, but at least it's not in this chat, but I don't know. Maybe there was one earlier.
This is funny. Campus Central. The real question is, who will the Alloy brothers be rooting for? The Pigs, man.
Probably the university that that turned them into men.
Are they the Rainbow Warriors? Or are they just
Rainbow
the Warriors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, thank God you're not playing them in Pride Month. But no, I would assume. I mean, I'm sure they know a guy or two there, but yeah, they got to be rooting for the Hogs for sure.
It's a really interesting team, Hawaii, man. Looking at them, they are not good on offense, like at all.
I can hear that.
Defensively, it looks like they're maybe pretty decent. They haven't faced anybody like Arkansas, but I'm looking right now, and they do not shoot many threes at all. So it's an interesting team.
So
like Leak and Acuff have both made over 80, on the season, and their high water mark is 30. They got one guy who's made 35 on the year. So
that's interesting. I wonder if this is going to be another game where Arkansas gives up like 48 paint points, but then the team they play is like 3 for 16 from 3, and they win by 10. It's just like that's just how it goes.
Well, their go-to guy, according to the KenPom usage rates and everything like that, is their 7-footer. So that might be the case. He's a guy who's hit over 33, so it looks like he might be kind of a stretch guy. I don't know. I gotta go.
Stretch.
I gotta watch the tape. But yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah, you watch the tape. I like that.
Yeah. Well, John, how we doing, man?
Listen, I'm great. The Arkansas Razorbacks are going to Portland, Oregon in the NCAA tournament as a 4 seed, and they're SEC tournament champions. So it's going to be great, though. It's going to be great. It's more of like, I hate, as everybody knows, traveling, and it's just stressful as it is. And this is just a way to, because it's the uncertainty where it's like, hey, if you win, do you just fly direct from Portland down to San Jose, or you come back? I mean, that's all stuff, but hey, it'll come in time. There's a time for everything. We just can only control what we can control, but we're going to be there. Inside Arkansas is going to be there, boots on the ground, Portland, Oregon, for your Razorbacks and their start of their NCAA tournament run, hopefully all the way to Indianapolis, because I tell you, folks, that Indianapolis, that St. Elmo's, is going to hit different here in just a few weeks. I can't wait for that. And if it means that we have to go to Portland and San Jose in order for the Razorbacks to go to the Final Four in Indianapolis, we are willing to make that sacrifice.
So be it.
It's going to be great.
John, I commend you on you've turned your vibes around in record time. I sense a little bit of facetious nature in there, but I appreciate the effort, though, and I want you to know that.
Well, it's just a matter of now I feel a little bit better, at least that the flights are booked. So it's like now that that's done, it's good. So yeah. We will play by ear. And and honestly, truly, and I mean this, I just feel bad for the fans because that sucks. Like, we're going to be there because we cover them and we talk about them. The fans, man, that's just tough. And I hate that for them.
Across the board. Yeah. That's it sucks for the team too. Like, whatever, no excuses, but it is kind of crazy. And I know Cal kind of talked about this earlier, but to play on Sunday and then not only to have to play in the Thursday games, but to have to fly across the country to do it. Like, you're not even watching the selection show from home. Like, they still got to fly back home tonight, and then they'll be just like us. They'll turn around on Tuesday and fly out there, and you just got to get ready to play. So,
yeah.
But they'll be all right. They'll be good to go for the first one.
Yeah, it's fitting. It's fitting for their journey, that they got a quick turnaround like this.
Yeah, exactly. Hickory Hawk said it's not raining outside. That's the Pearl's tears. I apologize to the Lloyd brothers for the abuse that Hawaii is about to receive. There you go.
Yeah. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'll have to ask them, but I don't think they care about Hawaii University basketball.
Probably not. No, probably not. Walla Walla Hog, appreciate that. It's big time. Says, not sure if I can make the 4-hour drive to Portland, but here's some beer money.
Oh, Walla Walla, come on, man. We're flying to freaking Portland, bro. You got to make the trip, at least for the weekend, at least for the Saturday game. Come on, man. We'll definitely, and we will return that with buying you endless beers.
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, anything else, boys?
No, man, I'm excited. I am excited. Like, my excitement hasn't been completely taken from me, even though Portland was like the one place we didn't want to go. It was kind of that way with Providence last year, if y'all remember.
We had a great time.
That was the one place we were kind of like, I don't know if I'd really love to do that. And that ended up working out for us. We ended up having a good time, and I trust that we'll be able to do this a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm excited to get out there and just get this thing going. We can sit here and be sad about the circumstances, or we could just, attack it with relentless effort and enthusiasm. And I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's what the Hoop Hogs are going to do. And
Ryan Silverfield sounding
pep talk. I actually updated the clocks on my wall. The time is now. That's what I figured out. Thursday, Friday, it doesn't matter. The time is now. But no, I like this. I like the basketball draw. I'll just say that once again.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my final thought is it'll be great. Like, we're going to be there. It'll be fun, and just hopefully it's the one of the few weekends that we get to spend together in a remote location. But again, I hate it for the fans, but I'm excited to see where it all goes. I'm excited to see the Razorbacks play again. We get to see Darius Acuff and this team play again. We get to see them in some matchups that will be interesting. And I guess it's not Kansas again or St. John's again or Texas Tech again. It's like you got some interesting paths here. So I'm excited. I know we're excited. We'll be there. I do ask for patience from everybody as far as our Inside Arkansas Live with our live streams and our content and everything, because it's going to be a little chaotic with all that. But it'll be fun. It's going to be exciting. Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to get there. And I guess we'll see you in Portland here in a few days, boys.
Yeah. Portland it is. Shout out to Homer Hawkson, says, can Muss win the college basketball crown this year? No, because of all their injuries. They said they're not interested in any postseason at all if they're not going to the big dance. But Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Y'all know I'm excited. This is my time to shine, man. I'm looking forward to this. I'm excited to see this team play again, man. They just won the SEC tournament title. What's a little trip to Portland to face the Hawaiians? Is that something to fear? I don't think so, but I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a good time. Anytime we get out there, we have a lot of fun. I guess tomorrow, Inside Arkansas Live, we're gonna do the team bracket.
Yep, that's the plan.
Tune in for that. That'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Yep, it'll be exciting. Well, guys, that'll do it for us today, and it's gonna be a great week. It's going to be a chaotic week, but it's going to be a great week. So that'll do it for us here on our Pod at the Palace Selection Sunday show. Be sure to subscribe to us here at Inside Arkansas. We're going to have all the content happening for Razorback basketball and beyond, for the Razorback baseball, Razorback football, all of it right here. So subscribe to us, check us out, and that'll do it for us today. For Andrew Ellis, Curtis Wilkerson, I am John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel. Tomorrow at noon for Inside Arkansas Live. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. We'll see you then.